Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. Happy December, happy Sagittarius season, happy soon to be Capricorn season, happy holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Everyone is welcome here at The Intuitive Teacup. I'm happy to have you all. We are going to do your December monthly reading. Wow, those came right out. So I was about to do Capricorn, and I always shuffle my decks off camera, right? Every single deck I shuffled showed me the Hierophant, which is your card, Taurus. So I was like, all right, Taurus it is. Clearly that was the correct move because your cards are flying out. So messages for Taurus in the month of December. As always, guys, my little general message here. I am doing general messages on YouTube for the population of those who resonate with Taurus. Not everything I say is going to resonate with you. Pieces and parts of it very likely will. I hope lots and lots of it does. It is up to you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind, but ultimately to take away the messages that you feel are meant for you, that are intended to you, for your best and highest good, as we say in tarot, right? Anything that feels foreign or different or just doesn't fit your circumstance or scenario, it's probably not your message, so you don't need to take on that energy, right? The things that do resonate, that do strike a chord with you, take it and run with it. Those are your messages. That being said, messages will resonate for you later down the line sometimes, in a few hours, in a few days, even in a few weeks. If that's the case, if it's your message, again, take it and run with it. Drop or release what does not serve you. Drop it like it's hot. All right, Taurus. For the month of December, this is general, so we may get messages about money, career, finances, love, romance, family, etc., etc. Let's start you off with one of these. Everything you want to know about this video will be in the description box below, including the fantastic decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I am The Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out if you are interested. Last thing, you already have 3 videos posted that are still relevant. You have a monthly November into December. You have a love reading and a career and finances reading. Check those out if you're interested. All right, so the 5 of Fire and the 2 of Cups and the Strength card is what's coming up here. All right, so this is going to be a random message, but there's a relationship that some of you are wanting to get out of and release, and you're conflicted about doing so, but because it's going to take a lot of like strength and endurance, maybe to go out on your own, maybe to branch off on your own. This could be moving away from a sibling that you're very close to. This could be leaving a ex-romantic partner behind. It could be leaving a business where your work family, it's like, those are your people, your soul tribe. You're conflicted about leaving something or someone behind that means a lot to you in your emotional heart space. It's going to take a lot of strength and endurance and bravery to do so. It's like, harnessing your inner lion, right? Courageous beast, right? But there is something calling you forward. There is some sort of, it's like intuitively you know that by going down what could be a difficult or strenuous path, there is victory there. Something is calling you away from the familiar. Interesting. All right, so that's a random message we got there. Let's hop in. So your energy coming into roughly the month of December is the 2 of Wands. So the 2s always talk about a decision or a crossroads. And with that message, you have the 2 of Cups, right? Particularly very much Piscean with the way they're swimming in opposite directions. Very interesting. You might be dealing with a Pisces. The 2 of Wands talks about we have one wand firmly planted in the ground where we stand now, the familiar, while the other wand is calling us forward to take action. Wands can talk about our career, adventures, discoveries, new things that inspire us, that motivate us, that it's like drawing our energy forward. And we are in Sagittarius season, which again is all about action. They're like the Indiana Jones of the zodiac. They love adventures. They love getting on in there, getting their hands dirty, because they live for the experience, the new experiences that that life has to offer. It's like this very fun, almost childlike energy, this childlike wonderment of viewing the world. That's sort of what I'm getting at here, but you're not there yet. There's a longing or a desire to, it's like get in on the fun, join the action, but there's reservation of I don't know if it has to do with confidence or feeling like you don't deserve it or that you won't measure up to the group or the other person. But yeah, let's clarify that. The Three of Wands, that's so funny. Well, you go from the 2 to the 3. But the underlying energy is the 3. So the waiting for your ships to come in, I'm almost getting you course correct. It's almost like the way a GPS, if you take the wrong turn, it course corrects. It's like, oh, all right, we'll take, Lincoln Boulevard at the next left or the next right, whatever. This is like it's funny. What I'm getting is you chose to stay. Again, take how this resonates in your scenario, if it does. You chose to stay in the status quo, in the comfort zone, in the familiar, with the person, at the job, whatever. But now it's like you're course correcting. There's something about it. It's like your faith in something greater is calling you out to go in the other direction and take some sort of risk. And it does involve venturing off into the unknown. So it may be a little bit of fear that's holding you back or reservation, but it's almost like you flip-flopped. It's sort of like you've done a 180. You thought that you were going to stay and that, again, metaphorically, something would come into you. So maybe you're going off to chase it, right? If this has to do with like a romantic partnership, it's like, like there was a breaking off or whatever, right? And you're like, oh, I'll wait. Maybe I'll stick around. And maybe it's like, no, I love this person. Like, I'm going to go make it known and like, chase that if that's what I want. Wands can be communication. That's kind of a cute message if that is the case. And I mean, especially when it comes to the arena of love, I'm not a big advocate of waiting, putting your life on pause, on hold for someone. Hell no. It's like, if this person means a great deal to you, yeah, make it happen. Take some action, communicate and let them know. Or if it's like, you know what, I'm better than that. Like, how dare you put me on pause? This is like, screw you. Like, I'm going to chase after my dreams. I'm going on another epic adventure. Like, I have places to go and people to see. I'm not waiting for you. So, I mean, it could go either way, but I think you understand what I mean. You've had a change of heart of waiting or staying. It's the opposite. It's going. It's contemplating the next step to move forward. But you got a lot of wands coming here, and even this is it's kind of ironic. This is like the 5 of fire, which is the 5 of wands in this deck. Interesting. I got it, guys. I got to. So I had somebody leave a message on my channel saying, You're talking about the Queen of Wands. You're talking about the Queen of Wands, but the card you're holding in your hand, it's the Queen of Fire. I really question your ability to like hone in on the cards. And I'm like, that's the same card. That's the same. So fire and wands are the same suit for that Taurus who might be watching this video. Love you, babe. Thanks for retracting your statement. Maybe you should think about things before you put them on my channel. Love you. Anyway, back to this. 5 of fire, also 5 of wands. That's what's presenting here all over again. Right? So you are conflicted. There is like this contradiction of do I or don't I? Very interesting. And five of fire can be zesty tempers, kind of like what just came out of me. I apologize. That really shouldn't have come out. That was kind of zesty of me, but it's just interesting. The back and forth, which is very much indicative of that statement. It's putting something out there and then retracting it, taking it back. That's what this feels like. I've laid the foundation here. I'm going to stay. No, I really think I need to go. I would encourage this idea of looking out to something greater, of seeking new opportunities. There's something valuable to be gained there. But it does call for you to have strength, have courage, have faith in yourself. I almost called you Leo. You might be interested in a Leo. You do have a lot of fire wand action going on, right? All right, very cool. So your challenge or focus. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. So this is a great card, guys. It talks about the beginning of new cycles as well as closing out old ones, but it is a card of Jupiter, which is Sagittarian like energy, right? So Jupiter is all about expansion, good luck, good fortune. The sign of Sagittarius, they're very lucky people. So it's like you're harnessing that fire energy with your strength card, Leo here, as well as like, again, wand, Aries energy. You have all the fire signs going on here. There is something greater calling you, like a moth to a flame. You are being driven to the light and to seeking clarity or to seeking answers, seeking your life purpose. Something is drawing you forward, and it is presenting as a wheel. forward movement, forward motion, travel, right? Maybe some of you are going to explore new lands. Something about getting in touch with like your spirituality or even ancestors, if that plays any sort of role. There's that card of movement. All right, so the Six of Swords is an Aquarius card, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's about, well, it speaks to the idea of moving on from the Five of Swords, or any five really in particular. The Five of Wands, conflict, competition, chaos, egos, tempers, fighting. It's fighting with yourself though. That it's kind of like this duality that exists within you. Maybe you have Gemini in your chart, right? So moving on from the Five of Swords, which is sort of arguments or thoughts that are kind of your mind playing tricks on you, people kind of using, again, like kind of zesty, not zesty, what's the term? Bickering, argumentative discussions. There's a lack of clarity. Here it's like we've learned all the lessons we need to learn from this current situations. Let's pack that lesson, that information that we've gained on our ship, and take it with us so that we can apply it in new situations, in new cycles, in new destinations, in a new workplace, with a new team, with a new person, right? If this is talking about a relationship. Very interesting. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure I got all the messages here for you. You're leaving something behind that was, I do think, eating away at your thoughts or keeping you in a state of conflict. Feeling like your hands are tied, like you can't leave this person, even though it's like ultimately you're faced in different directions. You guys are going in opposite directions, opposite paths. I think there is some sort of connection you have with this person and you're always going to carry them in your heart in a sense. But I am sort of sensing breaking away from the familiar, whether it be in career or a romantic relationship. Yet it is saying with clarity, you can move on and you're going from like the rocky, unsettled waters to peace, to calm waters, to clarity, right? Something up ahead is calling you and it's fortuitous. It's good luck. It could be an opportunity that pays you better if it's a new job. It could be welcoming love with a Sagittarius. I don't know. This could be a lot of things, but it's coming up as your challenge is accepting the arrival of new cycles in your life, leaving behind what is familiar and ultimately taking some sort of risk, right? Something is calling you out. Even like spirituality, God, universe, whatever you believe in is communicating with you, right? So why not listen to your intuition? If it's guiding you to leave something behind that isn't serving you, like I'd maybe invest in this new cycle, in this new path. Again, travel might be important for a lot of you. So what is the help available to my beautiful Tauruses? The Page of Cups. All right, beautiful. I dig that. I really dig that. Okay, so this is the expression of some sort of very innocent, sweet emotion. It's opening up your heart space. It's being vulnerable and being wearing your heart on your sleeve. Pages can frequently talk about children or the idea of being a student. So a student of emotions, a student of love, learning what makes you happy. This is exploring new avenues of joy for you, Taurus. Allowing yourself opportunities away from what you've already known to find other avenues which could bring you joy, great friendships, activities and clubs and hobbies that you've never experienced that you actually might really love or really enjoy. New people, certainly, right? Maybe a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Interesting, yeah. So we were talking about the Five of Wands. You go from conflict to a victory with the Six of Wands because you took charge. So again, two cards about forward movement, forward progress and progression, wheels, timing, destiny. There is an underlying energy of victory when you choose to separate yourself from this conflict. And for a lot of you, if it's not conflict within a group, again, it's really speaking to me about internal conflict. Should I stay or should I go now? Just like the Clash song. Once you decide to take action and do something, right? Even if it's not like a physical move, for a lot of you it is with Wands, but if it's not a physical move, making that decision, the Two of Wands, there's a victory in almost just committing to your path, right? With here, it's like A or B, one or two, yin or yang, this or that. Just making the decision alone in itself, there's a victory there because it's going to open something up or usher in some new cycle in which there is emotional fulfillment. It could be putting yourself back on the dating scene, right? I'm also getting there's victory in being vulnerable and being honest with your heart. Again, wearing your heart on your sleeve. And not being scared of love. Oh, Taurus, that's a really cute message. There's something a little bit fearful and intimidating about welcoming in new partnership, especially in love. This is encouraging you to do so. Something about it, there's like a guaranteed victory in being vulnerable and like emotionally open, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Let's throw a clarifier on it. Don't jump to conclusions. That's going to be important here. Yeah, expectations. It's funny, that literally flew out when I said that. Jumping to conclusions, something about how you view it is not going to be the actual case. Don't marry yourself to the idea of a certain outcome. Be open to discovering new and different things that are going to make you happy. It's sort of like that cheesy saying, don't judge a book by its cover. If you already are anticipating a certain outcome, if you expectation is almost like the death of happiness. If you are expecting a certain outcome and it doesn't happen, it's like you're setting yourself up for failure. This is about opening yourself up to new opportunities and new experiences. New people, new relationships. This does feel very relationship heavy to me. The 2 and the 10, or the 2 and the 8 rather, make a 10. Again, 10, Wheel of Fortune. You're expanding your world. Again, you're stepping outside your comfort zone, that safety zone of being in your home. I'm getting that Cancerian vibes, like your little crabby shell. It's time to go out and see the world, right? It's time to pack up your stuff and go on some sort of new adventure, because it's being divinely guided for you. Like it's all being orchestrated behind the curtain, because there's some sort of victory or discovery that's coming, and that's going to be helpful to you. Something about recognizing how sheltered you were, and it's like this idea of, had you never left the house, you would have, and this is more in metaphor, had you never left the house, you would have been robbing yourself of this really important experience. You would have been robbing yourself of like this really important lesson or opportunity to communicate with someone, again, outside the safety zone, outside the comfort zone, away from what is familiar, what you've always known. This is like taking a huge leap of faith, isn't it, Taurus? It is. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Let's see. I want to pull you one of these. Fool, the new beginning. Bottom of your deck is the Fool. It's time to put yourself in the spotlight. If you've been committing yourself to other people's happiness, it's time to focus on your own happiness. And I think that's why you're coming up as a page, maybe because, Taurus, you've been putting a lot of other people before yourself. So it's time for you to like step back into the spotlight. As we come out of Scorpio season, it's like getting your own fire and your own energy and passion back. What is motivating you forward? What is it you want to create in this life? Some of you are light workers. What is it? What like kind of joy and love and light do you want to spread in this world? Okay, so the Emperor reversed. So this is the upright. It's a card of Aries. Frequently, the Emperor talks about career, building the empire. Again, outside your home. Some of you are leaving a job behind, and it's like you finally understood the message. There was one final, it's almost presenting as like an Ace of Swords to me. Like there was one final cut, there was one final sever, where that was like the last straw, and that motivated you to move forward, to usher in something else, something more in alignment with your heart. leaving behind a boss. It could be it could be separating yourself from an Aries. These are both cards of the zodiac sign Aries, as is the Emperor. So maybe that's why it's presenting in reverse, is maybe you just need time away from this person, right? You both need to grow on your own, and you know, it's up to you where you want to go after that. But something about gaining confidence and independence on your own, that's partly where this victory comes in. Very strong vibes regarding Leo too. I don't know if you're moving towards somebody who has strong Leo in their chart. But again, it is a message about bravery and courage, believing in yourself. That's going to be really important, Taurus. All right, cool. All right, so what is your advice or guidance? The Knight of Swords. All right, so the fastest moving knight in the deck, right? He follows his intuition. Again, his sword is raised high up. Channeling higher vibrational messages from source, from universe. So it's opening yourself up as a channel to receive those messages. And it is a card of speed. Knights bring change and movement into our life. And you have several cards of travel, of movement, right? On horses. That reminds me of a knight card as well. It's a card of Gemini, if that means anything to any of you. Oh, you know what this is speaking to me? We were saying there's a duality of some days I want to do this, some days I want to do that. This indecision that I think a lot of you are facing, and I'm saying that again because of, it's like we can't get the fish to swim in the same direction. They're sort of at odds with each other. Very Piscean energy, though this is a card of Cancer, actually. The Two of Cups is a beautiful card, and that's why I'm saying if you're leaving behind a relationship, it is someone who you do love, who you do care about, or at least did at one point. But the indecision is sort of what's... it's sort of what's killing this relationship. It feels like it just can't get its footing. It just can't get off to a start. And something about you being like the boss of your own life, making the executive decisions, it's marrying those two parts of yourself that are at odds with each other. This internal battle, this conflict that some of you are feeling. The card of Gemini, it's coming up, it's because like they are the twins. The duality of them, but they are one essentially, right? They live, they exist in the same womb. It's marrying the two opposing factors or the two opposing thoughts in your head. That is going to help progress you forward on this journey, on this spiritual path. This is actually a really cool message. I'm into it. I love it a lot. All right. Underlying, oh my gosh, you guys, get out of town. You have both the Knight of Swords. So this is the same card, different decks. Again, cards of Gemini, twins. I was going to say, and they're kind of going different directions, aren't they? I guess it depends how you look at it. It's marrying the two. Let's throw a clarifier on it. Being pulled in two different directions. Like I said, there is victory alone in just committing to a path, making a choice. And maybe that's why the Hierophant was coming up when I was shuffling off camera. That is your card. It's all about spirituality and faith. He's the Pope, right? It's sometimes the card of marriage, but it's mostly the card of commitment. Picking a route and staying to it. And it doesn't mean you can't course correct. It doesn't mean that you can't change your mind. You absolutely can, right? Maybe that's what this confirmation is, two opposing thoughts, right? But you may as well try it in one direction because, yeah, it's like the indecision is, it's impacting your progress. It's impacting your growth as a person right now. It's like, I think you just, again, need to take a leap of faith and try it in one direction. You need to start making some executive decisions, boss lady, boss man mode. Tell me about these double Knight of Swords. Oh, you might be encountering a twin, like a twin of some kind, like a twin flame. Or again, somebody who you were destined to meet on your path. By choosing this path, by committing to this path, you may meet somebody who it's like, yeah, they're someone you were destined to meet along the way. It could be romantic partnership. It could be business partnership. Let's see. Let's see what the cards say. What is this double Knight of Swords about? Gemini. Some of you might literally be a twin. Possible. I mean, and I'm not saying you would just find that out. Like, you would already know that. The Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, your wish fulfillment. I love this. Again, this is someone you were destined to meet. Someone you were, it's like, this person is going down their own spiritual path, as is this person. You are one of the two, right? It's almost like you guys meet and are each other's wish fulfillment. There's something very, Your hearts are in tune or in alignment with each other, your wishes, your desires, your goals. It's like spirit has been, again, orchestrating this all behind the scenes for you two to meet on the same path. But in order for that to happen, you both need to be in motion. You both need to be in progress of on this journey, on this spiritual path, whatever is calling you out. So much of this is like, I know it's hard, but you guys got to stop waiting. You have to like leave the safety and comfort zone of your own home and go out and take some risks, because it's like the wheel is turning in your favor. Again, fate, fortune, destiny, luck. What are the odds that these two, like, again, like people who are just very like a reflection of each other. If you're not into the twin flame thing, your values mirror each other. You're very much in tune with the same, you have the same thoughts, ideas, values, ethics. The way your mind works is very similar. You could have conversation with this person for days on end and still feel like you are like energized and enthralled by the conversation. Hopes and wishes, whatever it is that you're stuck on but wishing for, this is like get in the game, get in the action, join the team. Maybe some of you are joining some sort of social group and you're going to meet like-minded individuals. Gosh, that's what this is, right? There's going to be joy and happiness in, I do want to say, a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a business partnership. But if you're looking for romance, this certainly seems like a good omen to me. I like that a lot. Throw one more on it for my Tauruses, for my lovely Tauruses. Family room. All right. So yeah, this could potentially be someone that you're building a family with. It could be someone who like invites you into their home, invites you into their space, into their life, into their world. If this is a romantic partnership, I see it starting off as friendship and maybe it grows into something greater. Maybe you guys build a world together. It's card number 21, so that does make me think of the world card. Yeah, conversation with this person is going to be very in-depth and very authentic. You both have lots to share and talk about. And I mean, potentially you got the Page of Cups, so this could turn into some romantic partnership, but there is something very shy and bashful about this. And so that's sort of what I'm getting at. I think it would grow, but again, 9 of Cups, that's a really strong card. Something about meeting this person on your journey, it's something about it is going to make you at least realize your wishes and dreams. Maybe it's going to set you off on a different path to, I don't know, to go visit your family. I mean, maybe that's something that you've been desiring and not been able to do. Take one more card. You have to believe in yourself. You have to, again, strength, courage, determination. Your vibe attracts your tribe, I just heard. But also you need to know what you want. And that's easier said than done, right? But at least try and take some time to figure that out, because it is only what you believe yourself is what the universe is going to deliver to you. Again, the idea of twins mirroring. If you're uncertain about who you are or what you want, the universe doesn't know who you are. The universe doesn't know what you want. And maybe that's why the idea of the world 21 is coming in. It's like the universe wants to offer you the world, but something about leaving the safety of home, of your comfort zone. Know what you want and go after it. Fight for it, right? I mean, swords are weapons. It does involve like fighting and victory, as well as courage, going out on the battlefield to show up and do the work, to fight and communicate what you want. Maybe communicating with God, universe, spirit. Do you want it or don't you? How badly do you want it? That's what this is saying. Again, 4s are such a card of safety and comfort zones. And I love you, Taurus. I'm not trying to like make you feel bad. I got to read the cards as they are. This is emotionally not super fulfilling. It's okay. It's not terrible. You know, I've been here 3 months. I've been here 3 years. It's familiar. But what's in this cup? Like, I'm kind of curious to try it, but what if it tastes bad? But what if I don't like it? But Taurus, what if you do? What if this is amazing? What if this is your soulmate? What if this is your dream job? All this to me is saying the universe is trying to usher in some new beginning or some new cycle, but it's up to you to like get on the horse and get out there, take action to go and chase that dream, to go and it's something about like the nourishment this cup could offer you, be it romance, finances, career, whatever it is that you desire. Home is a state of mind. Family room. The idea of leaving your comfort zone behind. This was your home at one point. It doesn't have to be forever. You can build a home across the country. You could build a home with a different person than you anticipated. This is being open to new beginnings, to new change. Making executive decisions, even though they might be scary, with some sort of faith in the universe, or that something is guiding you further. Something is calling you out of like rocky waters. It's trying to usher in this state of peace and beauty and harmony. But it does involve an emotional risk of some kind. Are you ready to put your heart out on the line and be vulnerable and be truthful with yourself? Taurus, a very interesting reading. All right, let me know if that resonates for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you. And I will see you Tauruses very soon for more tarot. And have a happy new year.